So we'll continue our discussion on psychedelics. So as you were discussing in the previous video, the most friendly psychedelic that anybody can take is cannabis or THC, but that's just the beginning. It gives you a taste of the power of psychedelics and the potential astonishment that reality can induce, which unfortunately most of us are blind to, except maybe in very early childhood. So the next natural progression in the hierarchy of psychedelics in terms of power is LSD. So I did an LSD trip around 6.5 years ago, and it completely changed my life. It was a paradigm shifting, earth shattering experience, literally. So, some of the effects that I can describe to you are the entire visual field became flexible. It started morphing and vibrating and moving up and down in ways. Could see every object as a vibration of energy, and as every object was vibrating, it was releasing the most gorgeous, sublime, unimaginably mesmerizing colors. And every object was doing this, and there were easily 1,000 objects around. So I was drenched in the most gorgeous storm of color. In addition to the color, there was what we call vibes, vibrations. These colors were vibrating, twisting, swaying, moving, dancing, and as they were dancing, they were changing color. All of this, in addition to the morphing and twisting of the visual field, the coalescing of sound into light and light into sound. The feeling of being independent of space and time, thoughts becoming manifestation. For example, if I just thought of a set of hexagons, a set of hexagons would manifest. There are these beautiful geometric, symmetrical, regular, kaleidoscopic, morphing, changing patterns that were clearly visible, which are not typically visible in a non-LSD state of being, or in the normal, ordinary state of consciousness. In addition, thoughts seem to be coming from a single source. All thoughts, not just my thoughts, everybody's thoughts. For example, I used to walk through a particular gate and greet a particular watchman in a very specific way, and we happened to be walking out of that same gate with the watchman sitting there while on the trip. So I was with around 5 to 6 friends. So a friend of mine greeted that watchman in precisely that way in which I used to greet him, without ever having known that I greeted that watchman in those precise words. So basically, the thought which was in me of the method of greeting the watchman was expressed through another, and thoughts of others were being expressed through me. So the oneness of the mind, the cosmic mind, of which all our individual minds are just branches, that oneness was being felt. All thoughts emanate from the one reality, which is consciousness. And this was a living experience on LSD. In addition, physics was seen in action. Phenomena such as quantum entanglement, motion of a particle here affects the motion of particles elsewhere in space and in time. And this was directly experienced on acid or LSD. Another insight was that reality is a profound joke. We take it very seriously, but if we pay more attention to it, it can be looked at as the most phenomenally hilarious joke. In the words of one of my friends, whatever God is, it's goddamn funny. So LSD is number two in the list of psychedelics that one goes through in the hierarchy of psychedelic growth. The next one would be DMT, which is the most powerful psychedelic known to man and which is secreted by the pineal gland, which is in your brain every night in REM sleep. So dreams and DMT are closely linked. The flexible nature of dreams, the surreal, the unreal, the random and free and sort of wild and uncontrolled nature of dreams can be explained by the influence of DMT. Because on DMT, this world, planet Earth, as you know it, is replaced by something so inexplicably gorgeous and so transcendently powerful that everything I'm saying is really just nonsense in comparison to that. But you have to use language to communicate. Therefore, I have no choice but to use these words. So I won't attempt to describe the DMT experience. Suffice it to say, I'll summarize the DMT experience as you will be left with no doubt of the existence of God after that experience.